Greetings, assalamu alaikum to each and every one of you. It is always an honor and a pleasure for me to come and to share with you. And I'd like to start off by saying I don't know if my brothers are here, Jalal and Muhammad. They like to say that we went to elementary school in Iran together. And then my other brother, Imam in Chasi, like to say we are brothers from another mother. And so I feel very comfortable and very at home being with you whenever I get a chance to come and to share with you. And tonight, very briefly, because it has been a long day with me. Many of you know I'm in the process of campaigning for Senate District 48. I need your prayers and your support in that venture. But with that, three things I really want to share with you tonight as I prepare to come and be with you again, be with my family. I am one of you. I am one of you. I remember, they tell me the story. Imam tells me the story. Imam tells me the story all the time about coming in and people would shout at him, "Go back home, go back home." Well, being an African American, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and when they tell me go back home, so I'm not going back to Memphis. I don't care what you say. I find somewhere else to go, but not Memphis. I like Oklahoma City. And so with that, being part of what you have endured, being part of what you've gone through. At the age of 64, I turned 64 last month, a couple of months ago, and you can do the math. I have been around quite a while. I was around in Memphis when Dr. King was assassinated. I was there during the Civil Rights Movement. I was old enough to remember and see the remnants of Jim Crow and all of those other hateful and evil things. And so it is easy for me to stand with you. It's not a problem. But tonight, I want to take a different tact. I know that we have differences in our faith structure. Yes, we have differences in our faith structure. But many times, those differences are allowed to divide us. And that's what we need to overcome. I refuse to let those differences divide us. I would rather grab hold of the commonalities. I would rather stand with you and fight against oppression, fight against racism, fight against those things which cause us problems and troubles in becoming what one American who's nowhere far to being great wants to make America great again would say. I believe it is those, when we fight against those things, when we create places where people can come together as one and not only look at those differences and not let them divide us, but celebrate those differences. And really, not only those differences there, and not only do we not allow them to separate us and divide us, but I've got a degree in accounting. And with that degree in accounting, I worked many times in businesses. And I remember a little bit of it. After 30 years of pastoring, I remember a little bit of my accounting information that I got. And businesses, when they do well, they then have and give to those who have invested in it. Those of us who invest in this process of fighting against those things which divide us, they give out dividends. And let me tell you that I am happy, that I'm excited, and I feel blessed that when I look at the differences that we do have, not allow those differences to divide us, but see the dividends that I receive. This is a dividend right here. The dividends that we receive from being able to work with each other, to talk with each other, to love each other, and to be with each other, to fight against those things that make us less than what we are. But when we fight and receive the dividends, we become greater than who we are. And so I say to you tonight, I know we have differences. I know that some folk would like to divide them, but I don't see that at all. I just celebrate every day, day in and day out, the dividends that keep rolling in, that keep coming to me, that keep sharing with me, that I see on your faces, that I see here in your voices, that I appreciate in your hugs, that I appreciate in your support. Those are the dividends I want, and they can take that other stuff and go somewhere else with it. God bless you.